second phase, they're clearly aware of the hero's existence.
I think that they've got to pick it. Got 2 picks here. Make one of them a Nyx assassin.
Yeah.
It's going to hunt down the Prophet. It's pretty nice. It's going to do everything. It's a Nyx assassin.
I don't really have a, like, everyone knows how to play Nyx. You don't really need to be a genius to figure that one out. You just press E and walk into things.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Somebody's going to get called on their bluff. I think all the teams have this understanding that you're not allowed to pick Nyx right now. Is basically what it is. They're just waiting on these bans, but one of these teams, they're gonna go nuts. And you call it, Owen. That Prophet is actually left in for a game, and he's instantly picked up by Complexity.
Of course, I think this hero is a bust. Fundamentally, this hero is broken. Global teleport.
Whoa.
Easy push. Easy summons.
Hey.
Summons are everything. Odin knows it as well. Get these Eidolons into the game. Treants versus Eidolons. Lore-wise, who wins?
That is a great question. Probably the Eidolons.
I'd imagine so. They're sort of what these sort of creations of space and time against a piece of wood.
A wood.
It's a dream, right? What
You
else?
said Eidolon. Oh, against the
Against the
Well,
wood.
wood is it really wood or is it enchanted wood?
I mean, it's literally the woods.
Well,
It's a tree.
well, in a way. Are we literally meat?
Yeah, some more than others.
You know what, Owen? If you one more fat joke on this panel, and I swear I will kick you off of it. All right, Razor's gonna get picked up pretty early. Razor, a hero, not particularly with too many counters. Am I wrong on that?
No, he's kind of taken over Viper in that role of just like, yeah, whatever, just send someone mid. This dude's like impossible to lose mid with, and it's something that I think is maybe underneath Slimp's pay grade in terms of complexity of heroes. And I think a lot of mid players feel that way, but you just gotta do what you gotta do. Even if it's boring, even if it's not flashy, it gets the job done. You get a Rod of Atos, especially useful against these slippery heroes like Troll who can just go into battle trance from a distance. If you can keep kiting them, then it's very, very easy. Or if Troll comes to you inside of a battle trance, just follow him around with the static link.
Now, what is this Centaur War Runner ban? I can't remember the last time I saw Centaur.
But
He was seen at the minor.
Yep. And it's a hero that does a lot against both Razor and the Prophet. Stampede, great for finding the Prophet, getting on top of him, and making sure that he can't sort of get away with the split push around the map. And
Or
of
breaking
course,
the link.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Razor wants to sort of stand there, walk into the fight, and if you're able to run away, suddenly the Razor's sort of he's done. You gotta. He needs to stand near you. He wants that thunderstorm beating down upon you, and he wants to be sealing your right click. He's not going to do that if you're able to run away.
Yeah, fantastic points all around. So, you know what? A real question, boys. Do you ever feel like people always ban a hero and then they purposely leave it open so that the other team feels forced to pick it and then they can play around it? Like, as soon as that Prophet was not banned, they instantly grabbed it. Who knows if they've been playing with Prophet? Is that a thing, you think?
But they did pick it.
No, I'm saying, but I know. Did
what you're saying,
trick them
team
into
let them pick it?
I see.
like force them to pick it because it might not be even in their comfort zone.
Yeah, I think mid-series it's a bit weird. I think you usually come into the beginning of the series and you're like, especially, I mean, they are one game up right now in OG, so you can experiment a little bit, but I think there is some legitimacy in doing that, especially, like, I think that was very popular against, like, whenever IO was first phase all the time.
Right.
A lot of people are like, I have the answer for this, but then they usually don't have the answer for it, because the team is really good with it if you keep first phase banning it.
Literally play themselves.
Yeah.
Then, okay, understood. So we got a Beastmaster ban.
Oh.
Maybe that means that they're thinking about picking up. Oh, Painkiller's already out, right? No? Yes. So, I don't know, maybe they're thinking about somebody with some magic immunity, a life stealer potentially? That's usually what we see for a Beastmaster against that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wouldn't be bad.
I mean, who yeah.
My thoughts exactly.
Very good.
10 seconds
That's a
remaining.
great noise.
No.
You're transforming it into an old British person more and more every day.
I'm feeling more like Redder.
Yeah, soon we're gonna have to call you Pyrian Flax.
Yeah.
You want a vapo and I can get you one?
No.
Oh, there it is. Oh, finally, the hero that we've been waiting for.
Why do they keep...
It's banned.
Well, they keep waiting for this second phase. I mean, this time it made sense. You picked the Bat Rider, even though OG have a history of playing Bat 5 on no-tail, so that's a possibility. But I don't know. I don't know why neither team has been picking it first phase. Maybe this is the opposite of what you were talking about, Slacks. Everyone keeps banning it, but in fact, no one wants to pick it anyway.
A forbidden hero.
Yeah.
Hey, Owen, question for you. Has your life changed while you're casting OG games now? Ever since your Seb moment? I mean, it was pretty iconic. That's like your...
Yeah, what do you think of the SFM in True Sight of your moment?
Yeah, that was a big deal.
It was nice.
Yeah?
It was really nice. And, I mean, at that moment in time, I didn't know what to say. And, now it's just a different sort of Seb in a lot of the OG games. It's more like a Seb.
Right, just maybe one E.
We haven't really had another Seb.
Yeah.
It's
just
Seb.
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 Seb. Well, that's sad. Thank you, Owen, for that very sad trip down memory lane. As we move forward. So, Complexity still got their big pick here. Bat Rider, is he going to be too useful? I think so. Maybe on this one, getting a Nature's Prophet, getting a Razor is a pretty big deal.
Yeah, one thing we didn't really touch upon about the Prophet, I was talking about how good it is. With Complexity, there is, of course, the chance that it will be the core Prophet rather than the support Prophet that most of the other teams do. Monkeys Forever, he's a bit of a Prophet picker. Whether they want to do that this game, which it definitely has the chance to do so with these other picks coming in, this Vengeful now being grabbed up, another bit of a new hero. We haven't really been seeing that much of Venge recently, but great answer, of course, to heroes like the Bat Rider. You got that way for the save now with the swap. It's strong.
Yeah.
This is a unique patch in which you're seeing 3s and 5s be the ones that can be interchanged with the heroes. Like with OG, the Bat Rider was played by Mad previously, and then No-Till had played it in an earlier series, and here with Complexity, could be 3/4/3 support Prophet, could be Monkeys Forever, offlane Prophet, and it's just something that's not really been seen in earlier patches. It's usually just the 4 and the 5s, or the 1 and the 2s, never really the 3 and the 5.
So we're waiting to see what this next pick could possibly be. I like the Vengeful Spirit, though, breaking out the bat, but is it generally a good hero, though? I mean, I don't...
It is. And not only, we haven't mentioned breaking out the bat, but obviously cancelling Black Hole as well with the swap.
Sure. Yeah, that is really strong.
A lot of things to do, taking someone away from an enraged battle trance troll that says she gets root on someone, suddenly Venge swaps them out, the Venge will probably die, but you're saving someone else, saving the core. It's nice.
Any bonus physical damage that you have if she decides to lane with the Nature's Prophet.
Yeah,
Treants got their damage previously, but with a Wave of Terror, you'd never even feel it.
Yeah, throw a Blightstone in there as well. And early game, that is just so much harassment in the lane.
Absolutely. Oh, those are... Whew! Children, turn off the stream. Oh no.
He comes from Southeast Asia, so it's normal down there.
Is that normal?
Yeah, dude. They don't even wear shirts like half the time.
Right.
I've not watched any of those Facebook celebrations of a Southeast Asian team winning in a qualifier or something.
So Alex, we can join in now. Do you want to whip your shoes off? And
I think it's only respectful.
Wait, does he have his knees in his shirt?
Indeed. This is as...
Is that... Oh.
This is pure comfort. I don't know if you guys watch Naruto's, but what they do is these magical things before a battle, and I believe that is his stance.
Okay. By massaging his feet, it works.
It's a knee shirt foot.
Like, this man, he has this tissue out, and he's just acting like he's just fiddling around with it, but in his mind, he's just like,
This is actually some advanced origami. This is about to turn into a Mickey Mouse.
Owen, it's a triangle. I need you to calm down.
Okay.
All right. Thompson looking pretty serious. I feel like Thompson looks more every event like Seth. I feel like he's slowly transforming.
Oh, yeah?
Look at that hair. Look at those glasses.
I see what you mean, yeah.
Every event he gets more and more. Maybe one day they will become one.
Is that going to be good or bad?
Well, it's probably good for Seth. Probably not for Thompson. Hey, all right, enough jokes, gentlemen. This is a major, for goodness gracious sakes. We see a juggernaut. Early game momentum with a little bit of power towards that late game.
Just look at the push in the big game. You have this Healing Ward out, you've got the Treants out, Wave of Terror out, Razor out, everyone's out, and the towers are going to go down.
Which may telegraph that they think it's going to be a Mad Bat Rider, because, again, like I said, the 3 to 4 heroes that they always want to pick against a Bat Rider. Jug, Lifestealer, Weaver, or maybe Phantom Limb.
I'd rather see a Seb Bat than a Seb Enigma, if I'm honest.
Yes.
If I'm honest,
I can agree with that.
I would trust him more on the Bat than the Enigma.
Especially these days with the Enigma handing a Ring of Regen to the offlaner, then it seems more like a no-till kind of pick.
Yeah.
Interesting ban out from the Beastmaster. We've seen a lot of Beastmasters get picked early in the draft, expecting a...
Brewmaster?
Oh, excuse me, a Brewmaster. Thank you very much. So, but they're thinking maybe a surprise late game brew? A late pick brew?
Yeah,
you sure? Good here?
They don't know what to make of this Nature's Prophet.
Ah, I see.
They're thinking it's going to be a 5 Nature's Prophet, which I think is a reasonable assumption. But yeah, targeting out offlaners, I suppose, that they think Monkeys Forever, they still have the Omni Knight available in the pool, but I don't really know, seeing as how it didn't bring them the most success in game 1, I wouldn't expect them to go back for it now.
Yeah. I think they need somebody to pull a little bit more, but they are kind of lacking in sustain on complexity, I'll say that. They do have a decent amount of saves, though, with that Vengeful Spirit.
So stamina, they've got the healing ward.
I mean, yeah.
Healing ward's pretty nice.
Healing ward is very nice. And a lot. Oh, and there's Puck for a little bit more of that aggression. So they're bringing the power in complexity.
So Monkey's Puck, 343, Nature's Prophet, so it's a support prophet. And I would guess that Venge...
I mean, well, they could also do Limp Puck and Monkeys on an offlane Venge.
Yeah, that's true.
Because Limp Puck, that is the thing of the Puck. He's very good on his Puck.
So what's the advantage of giving a Puck versus more farm versus a VS more farm, or taking your if they can manage to get a good Razor versus Troll matchup, I think that's probably priority number 1.
I mean, yeah, because I feel if you then are able to put sort of the Puck in the mid lane, they obviously don't know what's going to be in the mid if it's unlikely to be the Troll. OG's still going to pick the mid hero here. Puck does pretty well against most heroes,
right?
And it's a hero that's a little harder for rotating heroes like the Earth Spirit to successfully gank. He can play it safe, can avoid sort of rotations early on.
And there's the morph.
Okay.
All right. Will that morph, the saving grace of Complexity's games a few ago, now be their demise? Owen, what are you thinking about these drafts? Who's going to take it?
I feel like I've seen Morph do very well recently in a lot of games, and I feel like after that game 1, Anna showing us that he's on a little bit of another level compared to Miracle, even though Miracle did play incredibly well earlier. So in sort of overall looking at OG's draft, I'd have to say OG will go for this one, even though I did think Cole would do it earlier, but yeah, looking at this second game, the morph's hot.
I hear you.
Not too hot, because he's going to stay in liquid form, but...
Very funny. Thank you, Owen.
Yeah.
Tsunami, do you believe in a miracle?
I think I believe in a miracle.
A miracle.
I believe in a miracle.
Miracle!
All right, anyway, we need to talk. Tsunami, why?
I think this Juggernaut is gonna... It seems more the way that Miracle wants to play. I don't think in Game 1 the Terrorblade was very comfortable for him, either the way that Complexity was playing around it, or the way that OG was pressuring him, but I think a Juggernaut is more up his alley.
Absolutely. All right, well, will we see another repeat of last series where Complexity lose and then come back strong? Or will their Disney story rise come to an end by the terrors of OG and a 2-0? We will find out soon with 2 of our own Disney princes, Kyle and Ligon.
It's time now for Two versus Complexity. Complexity looking to repeat what happened in the last best of 3 Carl, where they got stomped in game 1 and managed to bounce their way back in. It does feel like a more well-rounded Complexity draft this time around.
I think, yeah, they at least have a chance to win this game. Previously, it felt like, I wanted to believe, but the ball was in OG's court for the entire duration. This time, certainly looking a bit better. I'm concerned solely because I feel like Limp on Puck is more valuable for Complexity. I think his Puck is just one of the best in the world. I'm not a huge fan of Monkeys on the hero. And Razor in this game is just not the win condition. If he goes off, sure, that'll be great, but I don't think you lane as well against Troll as maybe they expect. You just go range for him, and especially mid, you don't have that chasing distance to get a really big link off to dominate your lane.
Does look like a 2-minute mid matchup, that Troll versus Razor. Early Blades of Attack on Thompson's Troll to help with his lane stage, and see how OG look to run this one. They have drafted themselves an Enigma, so seeing a return of one of the more greedy heroes for the lane, but something that Seb is going to be playing. We've actually seen more of the 4 position, though. Good to maybe see it on that, well, if you're going to be a greedy hero, to see it in a 3 position rather than 4 position.
And again, OG utilizing the Bat Rider, and this time, of course, No Tail playing it. I like the way they use these multi-lane, multi-role heroes. It's Pango in the first draft, and then the Bat. Now you just take the Bat because you're playing against a Furion. It's always going to be a good selection.
Yeah, also being treated to a Jarek's Earth Spirit, perhaps the most iconic Earth Spirit player in Dota 2. A player who made his name on this hero at the very start of when this hero was added to Dota 2, and he's going to be messing around with Z-Freak's Nature's Prophet, which is not really a hero you can mess around with too much. He's got that extra Treant support, he's got the Blightstone, he is going to win that right-click battle early on.
Yep.
Also, Eidolon's being spun down. Miracle going to just farm up a couple of those. He ignores Seb, but with these Treants coming in, he's also going to now switch his attention there. One of those about to expire maybe, but the body blocks Seb in some trouble here. He may not go down, but he takes a lot of right-click damage here. In return, as Jarek's look for Z-Freak with that roll. Away we go. Jarek's now going to get punished for this one. He's going to take some decent self, possibly.
Yeah, Furion is one of the best heroes dealing with Enigma, both in lane and in game, because Enigma is more of a static hero, wants to sit in the lane, deny it back, just play passive. Furion can just be super high tempo around the map, and more importantly, threatens towers far earlier than the Enigma's HOD timing would. At bottom, of course, Venge Puck, but the no-tail support, this is very scary. With
6 stacks on 3-4-3. He's just being right-clicked down. I don't think he's got an escape. 3-4-3 didn't have a stun, and no-tail.
He's number 2. He's dead too.
Oh my gosh, he pushes him back. That's 8 stacks. The damage from this one, Monkeys, is destroyed by that. No-tail gets himself a double kill.
How do you let that happen? Like, I understand 4 stacks, but there's no chance both of your heroes should be at 6+. Like, that's just poor positioning, and
yeah,
man, that is a huge punish. Well played by No Tail.
Yeah, and 3-4-3 just has the wave of terror, so he's like, oh, maybe I'll try and trade right clicks, but when you're at that many stacks, you're not winning right click trade.
Yeah, and it's the downside of that pick, right?
And now he
actually lanes against bad.
He just bought out, and he's going to deny himself to a tier 2. TP in from Nature's Prophet. That is a nice play by Z-Freak. Make sure he gets some golden XP for it. But No Tail's going to be coming right back to lane with his new items, as well as I imagine something for Anna, maybe a Wraith Band or something. He's waiting around. There's a Slippers and more Wraith Band. So back at top, Miracle looking to spin down some more Eidolons, using this whenever possible. Takes out 3. Eidolons do give a decent amount of gold, so Miracle happy to use that.
Not much XP though, so it's definitely great for Miracle, but it's just really the gold you get in benefit. Bottom again. It's just I'm so afraid for this lane. I think, you know, I love Jaren, I love Monkeys, I love 3-4-3, but I think that they're probably the 2 weakest laners on complexity, and the fact that they're together already behind 2 kills is frightening me when you consider that they're playing against the real win condition or OG in the Anamorph.
Yeah, and something I think you were mentioning is that complexity, they kind of often draft to have strong lanes, and Puck Venge is a pretty decently strong lane.
Not bad. I would say you should at least trade against Morph that's for sure. He's not even, like, they're not synergizing the clicks, like they could have been doing a lot more damage.
We saw that one. Shout out to the Observer catching, you know, Shacked in the Full. There's a new nomination there. That was about as questionable as it gets.
We've had a real questionable couple of games casting together, gotta say. That I'm not gonna comment. We all saw it, and Anna's probably gonna hope we all forget it. So I'll do him a courtesy and move on.
That's one of those ones where he's like, oh, there's no way the Observer saw that one. You know, there's nothing going on here. They're probably watching another lane, and it's just like, please tell me no one saw. Speaking of no one saw, Thompson gets a kill on Limp. Oh god, just throwing Observers under the bus now. But yeah, no, OG off to a good start in this bottom lane, despite that little mishap from Anna.
You're happy though. Miracle is free farming, and based on what we saw in that previous series against Fnatic, he is definitely the one I'm looking to take COL to victory after that crazy 1v1, but really 1v0 backdooring throne, the Deso purchase. Like he knows how to win games with a lead. You can see in that Terrorblade game, though, very indecisive when either behind or middling in farm. And I think it's important that he's able to attain that position up top of the net worth charts. And Jarek's Invis, they're looking to hunt here.
Been waiting around for a while. Monkeys, I think he knows maybe isn't the best target because of the Orb Escape. Instead, they're going to go on 3-4-3. Waveform in. He's already morphing strength on the Morphling to make sure that he doesn't get punished for this one. And here comes the Earth Spirit. Jarek's I think realizing he can't really kill the puck, instead they're going to go for Z-Freak's Nature's Prophet, but Hannah's being forced back, and it does look like it's just going to be a 1-for-1 trade down in the bottom lane, so not the worst as Bounty Runes spawn.
And 2 for 2, you take those. If you're going to TP back to base, look to get active again upon respawn, I'm sure. Mid as expected, you know, you'd think Razor counters Troll, and throughout the game he does, but I like what Thompson chose to do. He started with the Blades of Attack so that he could rush phase boots, traded, and now that he's got those secured, it's near impossible for Limp to get heavy links off. And wait, can we click Limp again? Does he? He doesn't have 3 points link. Okay, he needs to be skilling his E later on to continue to farm. I'm glad he didn't put 3 points link. In fact, 2 might even be too many, because it limits your ability to farm woods. As soon as you have maxed passive, you can just clear triple camps in the jungle all day, but he's going to have that delayed due to the skill build thus far. Miracle diving top, but Seb, he knows there's no TP cancel, and he gets out of dodge. No problem.
Yep. Doesn't even matter that, you know, there's this lane pushing, because Jerick's actually shows up to help pull the wave off the tower and also make sure that somebody is getting the experience and some of the farm for this one. He's trying to make sure that this siege creep goes down, but the Jug is also trying to make sure that siege creep stays alive. Maximize the amount of damage he can do to this tier 1 tower. Jerick's wants to pull this way. Yeah.
This is going to get the catapult killed, and
Jug's just kind of taking the tower for now, and Jerick's makes him pay for this with his life. With the Sprout there, the magic missiles follow up. Yeah, they're going to get this kill. And then, yeah, Enigma does return to the lane to make sure they deal with that catapult. But Jug maximizing the damage on the tower, and the supports get that kill.
I don't know if I'm feeling Limp's build this game. I really think if there was ever a time to just...
He's got 2 points in passive now.
No, not that, just that, but like, I just think Atos is game winning, and I think even before Brown Boots, like, I'd much rather even skipping the raid, just get like a Bracer, a Wand, Brown Boots, Atos, because as soon as you have that item, you can just run. Anywhere on the map, you're going to find kills. You have a Z-Freak teleport always available. So effectively, you rotate, there's going to be 3 heroes there, as long as there's still somebody in that lane you're moving towards.
Kyle, why run with a sprint? What the phase boots allow you to do.
He's going treads.
On the Razor? Razor had phase boots.
No, Troll has phase boots.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, we'll see. I just think that Limp, just farm, get Atos, maybe even a Blink this game, not kidding, because you can just go full here. BKB Shivas at some point. You want to have that reach advantage. You look at the OG lineup, you need to get on top of Seb. You want to prevent No Tail from fighting initiation. You need that hero that penetrates and gets into the fight. Jug and Puck, you know, they want to have somebody else to play around. They utilize a vision advantage, and that's what Razor's going to look to provide in this game by just barreling towards the enemies, engaging, and I think Monkey's going to be fine. Oh, they're going to die.
They want to commit to this
You
one.
got to stun No Tail at 3-4-3. What do you do?
It's going to go for the kill on Jerick. So with a TP in from Nature's Prophet, it does kind of work out okay. With the Magic to Charge Monkeys, he's actually going to survive. Ooh! Yeah, he does. He gets out with a double kill on Z-Freak. Nicely done. The support Nature's Prophet making plays happen. Z-Freak is having a really good time here. Anna, think about this kill in 3-4-3. He goes waving to the high ground, morphs himself into the Venge. Gets the stun out, but needs to be careful here. He's been silent.
Oh my, what? OG?
One of the morphing strength and...
What were the, what? The tower dive I can like understand. Anna though, like that's just so unnecessary. It's just low percentage plays, and Anna's the last person you'd expect to make that sort of decision. However, Limp, he's so slow, and I do believe he might just go down here. Shrine was utilized already, catches the stun, he's dead for sure. Thompson on the killing spree now, Miracle TP's in. Has ult prepared if he skills it, but being kited now, you gotta be cautious.
He's going to level it up now, and he chased even further away. The slow coming in from the Earth Spirit, who kicks a boulder at them, gets the silence as well. Can he get the Omnislash off? She'll be able to. Gets rooted. There's the Omnislash bouncing around, doing a little bit of damage here to Thompson, who gets brought down low, and Miracle with another Blade Fury is able to also escape. It kind of works out nicely that he waits, he was silenced, but uses the Omnislash as the Blade Fury was coming back up.
He lived there because the Flame Break of No Tail actually pushed him out of the way of the Jerick's Boulder stun. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure he dies, but instead he's just standing there, realizes, oh, I'm able to use spells, and just gets his Omni off. One of those rare opportunities where trying to help your teammate backfires. And see, that was big. Miracle really should have died there. Instead, they get a huge turnaround, and OG just getting punished with a bit of over-aggression.
And his 2 deaths already to his name is going to fall back a little bit to the jungle. Has the raindrops now for that little bit of extra added safety. Going to be farming on low health. This can perhaps save your life against some of these instant nukes. And what 343 is looking for. That's the idea he's got. this is maybe not the safest place to be. There's a lot of complexity heroes around this bottom lane. They want to get this tier 1 tower. It's kind of that stage of the game where you rotate and play on the enemy side of the map, and Anna's going to do just that. He realizes he needs to head home.
Yep. And once again, 2 for 2 bounty runes come out. Thompson farming enemy woods. Good decision, just pressuring mid, looking to play around the wards. You can see OG trying to take control of the top side of the dire map, as most Radiant squads look to do. Complexity, they've got their siege wagon on the way. They're going to look to pressure bottom. This is assisted, of course, by the Furion, able to spam trees, push these lanes ASAP. He's going to teleport mid now, try and slow down the pressure. OG's looking to output. Jarek's Invis tracking the puck. 3-point silence on Monkeys. I think that's a right decision here, as you are playing against Morph, Bat, and all these heroes that...
And Monkeys may be trying to TP top soon if they want to defend and play around all those heroes up there. And I think Jarek's idea is, okay, let's scout these TPs, and if needed, I can cancel these.
The Thompson is sticking around way too long.
And the rotation coming in from behind. At least the Earth Spirit is tracking these, but it may be too late. The slow and the silence is going to be helping out from Jarek's from the back, but they're going to instantly lose the Troll Warlord before he can even get his ultimate off. And without that, the OG sides are just going to get destroyed by this. And
very sloppy. They could have easily... why are you even running back? You have vision of these 2 heroes closing. Just run into the enemy jungle. Like, you have vision there. Your Morphling is already on the top tier 2. Like, you don't need to back, but just get the hell away from these 2 guys trying to connect and pincer.
Complexity. Going to take this tier 1 tower. Anna's Morphling did manage to do some good damage up top, and the push isn't really being slowed down that much by the Nature's Prophet up here, but will finally bring down that siege creep as the tier 2 tower gets down to about a quarter health almost.
Yeah, so far so good for COL, but really just a lot of weird mistakes from OG. It is the sort of play I'm used to seeing from this side. Normally very disciplined, risk-averse.
Yeah. Sure. Step down bottom has got a black hole. They need to commit it if they want to go for this kill, and yeah, he's going to use it. No Dawn available, so Puck is going to be completely trapped here, and they'll get that kill. Back in the mid lane, no tail. There's some pickoffs of his own, but he's going to get punished for his over-aggression. Thompson unable to really commit as hard as the Batrider was. With good cause, he may have found himself dying as well.
And concern for COL, though, is like this is a huge streak on Z-Freak. I think it's 7 kills, which the concern I have is like, one, that streak is going to give away tons of gold, and second, Furion's just not great in this game. It's not as if his net worth is going to impact the game too much, because at a certain point in the mid game, he'll just get gone on by a morph, by a troll, by a like he'll just die. Like none of these heroes are weak against him, and Thompson with no ultimate, he'll probably go down here.
Really? Turn and fight, and perhaps that decision is going to save his life here as the retreat is on. Jarex gets back to the high ground here. Does have a TP if he can find an opportunity to use it. Move around a bit longer, and they seem like, oh, Sprout coming out. They will kind of want Jarex, but I think they also realize they just can't get him. He's going to go for a roll plus TP here, I can only imagine. Jarex is being somewhat ignored. Usher nearby doesn't have a dream call, so yeah, there's the roll plus.
He's gonna have to just go heal now. Well, just one play again. Jarex, he did this up top as well, even though he died. He's always the top tier 1 is alive because of Jarex's death, and there just continuing to buy time. That play, he gets the tier 1 mid for his squad.
Okay, Hotel may die for this one. He was kind of the scouting information as Anna waiting on forward 1, 3, 4, 3. Has he got an escape for this one? It's the TP out, and well, the Venge is the disable. So yes, he does.
And this is again just because there's no Atos, there's no Yules on Limp. And that's the item that really changed this game. He's actually going to be going for Yules. I just don't like this, gods. Really don't like this. Atos is just so busted on this hero. I think that unless you have a very, very good reason, it should be purchased every single time you pick the Razor. The bots first sight on Monkey is also very unconventional. I do not see that very often. They're trying to abuse map pressure, though. If you think about it, they can keep lanes active and have 2 global heroes. You could punish heavily this OG long cooldown team fight-based lineup, specifically Seb's Enigma.
And even though, yeah, Nature's Prophet is poor, he's farming like a core right now. He's at 4.6k net worth, so it's 2 global heroes that both have decent farm and impact on this game.
Look how aggressive Thompson playing. He's diving tier 2 in this whole OG lineup. Just no fear.
Hotel walks into a Venge Omni / combo as they were looking to set up and camp the high ground going for these bounty runes, but they've done so a bit too early because OG's like, alright, you want those bounty runes? We're going to come and bitey for them as Black Hole not up just yet. Miracle gets gone on though, and there is going to be a stun, and the silence form is on the puck, so Puck able to just manage to drawn out of there with the silence wearing off, and it does look like these top bounty runes should go the way of OG, but 3-4-3 was actually still lurking around, so he's going to grab an extra one for complexity to make it a 3-for-1 exchange.
This is not the build, Lim. You skip the talent as well at level 10. It's 15 agility. Valued at about 1,500 gold. No reason to skip that. No points ultimate. Just part of the reason his net worth is low is because he has so many skill points invested in QW. But max, passive, ultimate, you use these off cooldown and you're able to farm ancients with ease. Without ult skill, you really just can't farm them. It's a concern. See if that... it doesn't like affect the game state as much as it does his own net worth. And you look at OG, the Vlad's picked up by Thompson, Seb with the Helmet Dominator. That means it's go time for Roche. They pick it up very early.
Nothing they can do about this one. They're not in position, they don't have any scouting info for it, and
I just don't know if Cole has the right read on this game. They're buying bots, like they're buying these build-up items. It's not effective. When you look at the way OG spent their money, all these items are just super valued. Monkeys forever!
goes to the Black Hole to make sure they can stop the TP. Seb not messing around when it comes to killing off monkeys.
But what does bots do in this game? Like, look at the itemization from OG. Like, Vlad's into Yasha on the Troll, Enigma HOD, Earn on the Earth. Like, they're hitting a point where they're incredibly strong, and I just don't see monkeys. Like, this game's not going to go 30 minutes. Puck isn't going to become some super carry because he's able to shove lane title.
It definitely does not allow you to fight because it's 2k gold invested in something that doesn't give you stats or anything. It allows you to split push, but what we've seen now twice is he's died while split pushing. So you bought this item to be an effective nuisance, but you've given away gold while doing that, and he has not really been successful at all at split push.
Yeah, look up, OG, they're just able to play so aggressive. Even with no tail bottom, they're going to be able to swarm enemy jungle as 4, kill top tower, just playing behind Ana. He's got the Yasha, Manta soon to be completed, and the Aegis. There's just nothing you can do to threaten him. And the 2 hard carries of OG take top 2 net worth, and honestly, Seb isn't too far behind. In fact, there he is. All 3 of those leaderboard positions are going the way of OG. No Tail may pay for this with his life. He was the guy in the dead lane bottom, will pay for it. But if you notice, 5 complexity heroes are all in the vicinity, as the rest of the OG lineup just continue to push forward and play on enemy jungle.
There's space created kind of deaths as No-Tail gets all the info he needs for his team to confidently maintain control around this mid lane. It's in a 4v5 kind of situation if Complexity want to try and defend this one, but there is an Aegis in play, so an extra life on Ana's Morphling as here comes Link charging in forward here. Goes combo with the Unisceptor as a defensive tool, he's going to get stunned up by the Boulder Smash, immediately kicked away with the magnetized damage kicking in as well. Thompson leading the charge on that Troll wall. It's going to bring down the Nature's Prophet to start things off. It's nearly tanky Nature's Prophet taken out as Puck forced to all the way. Monkeys barely able to survive the damage from Ana's Morphling, who is still looking to play aggressive, goes diving in for more as 3-4-3 on the bench. It's brought down by Thompson, and they will get this T3 tower. It may have been a 5v4 in Complexity's eyes, but it does not end in their favor.
No, definitely not. And Seb has the mech finish. Like, they're just such a huge team fight item advantage right now on the side of OG, along with the Aegis. He has a 4k gold lead, but it's what they spent it on. It's what these heroes have in the repertoire just because of their kits, let alone the item purchased. And Cole, you can see, like, what do you do to really engage this fight? Z-Freak, he's farmed, sure, second place on his team, but the Spirit Vessel, the Medallion, these items are destined to destroy a Morphling who has Aegis and does not give a damn about your lineup at the moment. It just feels like OG have a huge advantage.
And they're
kick up to the high ground.
Yep. With the Observer Ward, they were able... Jerks will hit that stun every single time when you're walking in a straight line under vision, and rolls into him, kicks him out, and they want more. Jerks is going to not go down as well as Nature's Prophet gets chased down.
That's the other concern. Prophet, it doesn't matter that Z-Freak's farmed. He can't keep himself alive. The moment OG smell blood, they can just chase him down, and there's no sprout yourself teleport out. There's just so many methods of acquiring vision or interrupting that TP animation. Merrick will do what he can, try and split push with 3-4-3, but feels like we're in some trouble. They get the courier. 270 crit for the Manta Recipe destroyed, along with the gold bounty.
Annoying for OG, who are hoping to pick up that Manta style. Things still sitting pretty for them regardless. 6k gold lead at this point, 20-minute Founding Rune's coming up fairly soon, but it does feel like OG are the ones in control who should be able to get more of these. Anna's turned himself into a puck, looking to chase down Monkeys. We'll have an orb in a couple of seconds. That Blink Dagger is going to open the trees here. Jax doesn't have that boulder smash. Oh, he does. He just guesses wrong.
Rings though. Oh, all four going OG and now 3-4-3. In some serious trouble. As his Thompson out, he's got all back there. No interrupt for him. He's just gonna pop it. There you go. He's gonna chase the bone. Miracle. If he catches a root here, could be in trouble. Thompson healing up 30%. Razor now gonna try and catch. Gets the Yule's aggressive. I think this should be enough to finish Thompson. The Shrine is active.
Yeah, he needs to get there in time, and the bonus damage, yeah, with the misses, Limp is not quite able to get the kill right away. The last right click luckily does land, as they now look to punish Limp here. The Enigma rotating in, has the black hole as well. No tail, gonna go for the lasso, immediately sprout, and there's a black hole just to stop the TP of the Nature's Prophet. I think Jarex was there regardless, so maybe unnecessary, but I think OG don't care whether or not they needed that black hole. It's not really what their team fight and their draft is built around at this point.
So where's Monkeys in this fight? He's kind of playing the farm game with those bots, next item mules, but this just doesn't help his team. He's not able to get involved because that fight occurs in the jungle, and his squad just, they get the kill on Troll, but it just doesn't matter. It's just what we saw at TI as well. Yeah, you kill one core, but you're just ending up feeding the other, and I'd argue Ana is the more important hero, and he cleans up with a double for nothing. Just kind of shows up. Free gold, continue progressing. 2 towers, bottom to take for OG, and it looks like what their next play shall be. And I just got to point to the team fights. COL, be a 5v5.
But
when do you come online?
And OG recognize that, like, the Enigma's going for this mech build. We're not seeing any kind of BKB, Blink Dagger, let's play around Black Hole. It's just like, no, I'm getting all the Team Aura items. Greaves, Helm of the Dominator. I'll use Black Hole for a solo kill just to make sure we get these kills. We don't have for a team fight, doesn't matter, because our cores are scaling you. We've just got better team fight with all our sustain. Easy peasy for OG anytime it comes to the team fighting right now.
Yep. And I just again point to the decision to put Monkeys on Puck and Limp on Razor. I don't like it. I think that you want Limp on a hero at close to Tiny as possible. Serious. Like the Lina he played earlier was great. I've seen him play an excellent TA, Puck. Like these are his heroes. And I've just never viewed him as a Razor, Necro, Viper type player. It's just not his style. And I don't think he has, you think of players like Fada, right? That's your Razor Viper player. But we'll get into it in a moment. He can try and fight for his life in the jungle. Ana on the pursuit.
He'll be able to chase him down here. Jarex knows all the tricks you need to as an Earth Spirit to secure those kind of kills. And OG making it look very easy right now, despite some of those laning stage mishaps that we saw.
And so just the itemization, again, like quick through these heroes, the lowest HP pool is No Tail with 1500, because these went Tranquil's drums. Like it's wild. Like 2000 health on the Earth Spirit. All of Complexity's damage is static. They don't have any sustained damage in fights. Maybe Razor gets a huge link off, but as you can see, he's just targeted every time. They're going to split push top, but they've already lost a Rax, and the second one is soon to fall as well. You've got to get the hell out of there. Because Complexity trying to defend.
And yeah, they can get back to defend top lane with ease after taking 4 total racks, 2 lanes. Morphling going to go for the waveform TP, and he's already up there. Not even a tier 3 tower. Complexity, I think, knowing that the Morphling's TP, they want to punish this one, but they've been pushed back by this flame break. Kind of a last hurrah almost in some ways. We're 23 minutes in only, but you're down 4 racks, 11k gold against a Morphling Enigma Troll, 3 cores at all scale amazingly well into the late game, and Complexity do not get a morsel of food on their way out.
Yeah, it's really cool watching these OG lineups. It reminds me a lot of like TI7 Liquid, where you have these drafts that can easily scale. Morph like Troll, Enigma. They have no problem going late game, but they hit a tempo timing, and it's like 20 minutes in, and you're like, wait, we've lost. Like not just being out farm, but our base is dying. And it's the benefit of these heroes that just output so much damage. And again, I point to the decision from Thompson to go these items like Vlad's, like. They understand and have a plan to take Roche early from jump, guaranteed. You get Vlad's, you get HOD, and you just go straight into the pit when Cole don't expect it. And it's just an easy way to take a small advantage and turn it into something that can win games.
That small advantage is a pretty big, insurmountable one here for Complexity, who may have come back from a 1-0 deficit in the last series, but they had a much more convincing good start to their Game 2 and also Game 3. Right now, they're in a deep hole as it's about to get a little bit deeper. Jerks finds Z-Freak in the trees. Gonna go for a TP out, but that rolling boulder cooldown is able to stun Z-Freak for a second time.
And there's nothing Z-Freak can do to survive here. Like, there's no item he buys that allows him to split points in this game, and that's the problem with Prophet. It does not matter how much net worth he gets. Jerks will always be able to solo kill him. The Enigma, the Bat, all of these heroes will be able to kill Z-Freak.
They'll flying over the trees. Will he find a lasso target? Monkeys trying to get the hell out of there. Just swapping onto No-Tail's Bat Rider. That may be the thing that he gets punished for, but it's going to be a 3-man Black Hole. Seb, it's kind of gifted. He walks right in and just gets that one handed to him in some ways. Says GG is called Complexity. They're going to be finding themselves in the lower bracket again.
Yeah. Who against who?
Beast Coast.
That's right.
Let's go. And a
VO1.
Let's see who, I mean, it's battle to see who is the second best team now. We're hyped for that, but first of all, OG in the upper bracket, playing it their first major, Kyle.
And they need points, you know, thinking about it. You don't want to play qualifiers in the EU region. I just realized, like, they need this. They need a great finish at this tournament because they want to be invited.
There's only one slot for each region, theoretically.
Exactly. There is, yeah.
12
invites, 6 spots.
That's... Yep, you want those points. You want to qualify for the TI the easy way, even if you're OG. You know, OG may have won TI last year.
Maybe not. Maybe that's the feng shui, right? You got to just keep it with the same